Alright, here's the easiest way to make Guitar Afrobeat. Because we are going for a chill vibe, we will adjust our BPM to 94. Open up a sampler channel. You can find it from the sampler menu here. Click on the stamp icon, select the key you want to work in. In my case, I want the natural minor scale because it evokes these sad emotions. Now we can select our root note. I'll be doing the A and all the notes of the A minor scale will be selected. You can hold shift and drag to duplicate it. Hit Ctrl plus arrow up to bring them up an octave. We just repeat same process. I'm basically doing this so I can use the ghost note as my guide in order to stick to the scale to make our melody. So here are all the ghost notes. If yours doesn't show, you can hit the command alternate plus V to activate it. Alternatively, you can hit the drop down menu, hit view, scale highlighting and select the root note. And from this section you can select the scale. For the guitar VST, we'll be using the electric guitar soundburst from Contact. I'll be using the clean Americana preset. Change the style to finger mode. Alright, I've already picked a progression to make the melody. That's the 1-7-6-7. These are the notes of the scale if I am associating them with numbers. We just count them in ascending order. Easily we know that the A is the 1, G will be the 7th chord, and then F will be the 6th chord. I just picked this note because they basically work together when you play them. Now we can make basic trial by skipping each scale note. So what we do here is that we skip this scale note, the B. That's one scale note, and then we can select the next, that's the C. Again we skip another scale note which is the D and select the E. We just repeat same process for the other notes in the scale. This is what it sounds like. Now we can hold shift plus Ctrl and click to select the middle note. Do Ctrl plus arrow up to bring them up an octave. From here we can select the bass note too and bring them up an octave. Now we strum these notes. Do Alt plus S and then adjust the strum time. I'm just happy with this, so I'll hit accept. Now we can make this progression more melodious, so we can hit C on the keyboard to activate the slice tool and then cut it into this rhythm. We just repeat same process for the other chords in the progression. So here's what we have. The melody is too repetitive and will get boring real quick when you are looping it for 8 bars or 16 bars. So what we can do here is add variation at the close of the 4th bar. So I'll just move this chord back, bring in this chord, do something like this. Now we can humanize it by hitting Alt plus R to randomize the velocity. From here we can add guitar effects to make it more realistic, like slap and slides. The slap will do. And again, what we can do here is that we mess around with the timing because humans can't play exactly on each grade perfectly. So we add these imperfections to it. So select the melody, change the snap to none to fully move the notes around to add all these imperfections. Now we do Alt plus X to scale the notes down. Now I'm going to drag in this vinyl noise to act as a texture. From here we can add a vocal sample to complement it. Stretch it to be synced to the tempo. At this point we can route this part into the mixer track for further processing. Click and drag to select, F9 for the mixer. Route selected channel starting from this track. What I like to do is layer the guitar melody with a muted guitar for more attack. So we just clone the guitar preset and then select the muted preset. From here we select all, do Shift plus D to resize the notes to the same length. We do EQ on the vocals to cut the low and high frequencies for it to be less prominent in the mix. We can do guitar rexes on the guitar. I like the right in the middle preset. Guitar is not a bass instrument, so we cut the low frequencies from it to make way for other bass instruments and kick to sit in the mix. On the muted guitar, we do RC20 with the depth for plug preset. Now I can render as audio clip and continue from there. To render, select this dot to amp the channel. Do Alt plus R to render as audio clip. Now we can add our drums. We start with these shakers. Use the brush tool to brush it over. This rim shot bounce. Just mess around with the velocity to add some dynamics to it. We can layer with this rim to place more emphasis on some hits. And with this percussion, I'll use it to fill empty spots in the bounce. So where no percussions hit, that's where I'll place this spec. With the hi-hat, we do the same. Place it on an open spot. Now we can layer the main rim with another rim that almost sounds the same. So that's basically how you create depth with your rim shot. You just have to layer it. We can add some open hats. And then create this manual delay with the velocities. From here we can add African percussions like bongos and congas. The kick comes in on each bar. And then add this short 808 to create this bounce. But first you have to tune your 808 in key. Right click and edit in Edison. This flag icon, click and detect pitch region. Now you can see that the 808 slides from D to C. It's in key, so we just keep it as it is. Now we can add a long 808 for other parts of the song and a different kick pattern to complement it. So this will be our kick pattern. Copy the kick pattern, paste it on the 808, add the note at the end and do Ctrl plus L to connect all the notes together. From here we make this simple rhythm. Now we can split pattern 2, that's the drum, by channel and start arranging the beat. Click on the first pattern, hold Shift and click on the last pattern to select all. We'll be keeping it simple with the intro, with only the melody playing. So the first 4 bar will be our intro. And then the next 12 bars will be our verse. Take out the kick and bass, cut some of the vocal samples to make way for the artist to ride on. So the next 16 bars will be our chorus. Maybe we can do a 8-bar bridge. Now we can add other instruments to other parts of the song to differ each section. Let's add some E-piano. We'll be using the Rolly V2, the Logical preset. Copy the guitar progression, paste it on the E-piano. We just do something like this. Select the 2 chords and Ctrl plus L to connect them. Now we can layer it with a preset from Analog Lab 5 to add more depth. We can now layer again with a pad. So this is sounding okay. And what you can also do is that you can make use of automation clip. Let's say we want to make the guitar melody less prominent in the chorus. We can do some effect on it and then automate it. So let's insert RC20 with the magnitude transition preset. Right click on the green spot, create an automation. So at the chorus we can turn the effect on. Maybe turn down the volume on the chorus with another automation clip. So finally on the master bass is Fruity Soft Clipper to keep everything in check. It's just the default settings. And you can choose any limiter of your choice to make it a lot more louder. Just set the ceiling and then bring down the threshold until you hear no distortion. So here's everything. Like always, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.